Should we hire a wedding planner? So we are in the middle of moving. It's the end of quarter for Jerome and his work. Randall's chilling on the bed. It's a super sunny Wednesday and life is crazy. There's so much going on with the world right now. There's so much going on with politics and just Facebook. I'm just trolling. It's just been so much fun. But I've been slacking again on my Wednesday vids, and I wanted to pop in here and talk a little bit about a big question that's been on both me and my fiance Jerome's mind is, should we hire a wedding planner? The only things that we have decided on are our date, which is October 2nd, 2021. That hasn't changed, even though we've thought about it, but it hasn't changed just yet. We have our bakers, which I'm super excited about, and we have our florist. So little baby steps are going, but I feel like so many things, and maybe we should hire a wedding planner, maybe we shouldn't. I have so many good family friends that are like, we love weddings, I would love to help, and maybe we should just have a big dinner together and go down the list of what this wedding dream would be. I don't know, but I wanted to share some pros and cons that I've written down personally about hiring or not hiring a wedding planner. So yeah, I have some notes of some kind of pros and cons of hiring a wedding planner. Should we not? Have you all hired a wedding planner before? Was it worth it? What do you think? I would love some insight on your personal experience of hiring a wedding planner. Do you think it was worth it? So let's go through some pros first, because I definitely feel like hiring a wedding planner definitely has its pros. There's a reason why the job even exists. There's a reason why people have done it in the past. I can only assume. Okay, so some pros I have here written down is all the minor details. I don't know what it all entails, honestly. I just know that there's some good food, there's some bomb music, and we just drink and celebrate love, and seems so general. So I feel like there has to be little details that I have to miss, or I haven't even thought of thus far. Another thing that I feel is super key for hiring a wedding planner is all the industry details that they might have, the inside kind of connections that they might have would be super, super beneficial, because I don't know anything. Another pro I feel as well is also the discount that might come with them knowing these vendors and knowing these people that they've worked with in the past, and maybe being able to score a cheaper deal than if I were just Sydney and to call up, and ask for a catering quote, as opposed to my wedding planner who calls up her homie that she's worked with before and they give her a little discount. I feel like that's a huge, huge pro. Another pro I feel would be just really cool ideas, really interesting ideas outside of the ones that I found on Pinterest or online. It'd be a really cool thing to kind of bounce off ideas with someone to see how, is it possible? Is it doable? Is that a little crazy? Is that never been done before? Is that unique? So I think it'd be really cool to have someone that I can kind of bounce ideas off with, and with their previous knowledge, they can add in that could work, or that wouldn't be able to work, or let's try this instead. Another pro I feel would be, it's like a personal problem solver. Like, I would just kind of, I don't know, ideally just show up to the wedding and not have to really worry about something. Like, if the food, something happened, or if the venue, the lights, or I don't know what could possibly happen, but it wouldn't be my issue to work out. It would ultimately be on them, which I think is super bomb, super less stressful, which really kind of brings out, I feel, the most or the biggest pro of them all is the stress amount. The weddings are hard, and especially I feel with almost about 250 people as our guest list, I feel like there's a lot of things that I haven't thought about, or I don't even think I would need to think about because I'm not in that mindset. And it's a little stressful. It's a little scary because it's so unknown. And I definitely feel like having that person as like a personal problem solver would be super beneficial, because I would be like, figure it out, help. Ultimately, I feel like those are really all the pros that I can think of. Just, all the details, industry knowledge, including some discounts because, personal problem solvers, which is amazing. And also ideas that I can bounce off of. And I think the most important one, again, is just being less stressed about the whole process, just kind of having it happen and not really worrying about the whole process of it all. Now let's get into the cons of hiring a wedding planner. I think the biggest thing, or the biggest con for me, is my control freak ways. I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard for me to trust someone as well, to have my idea and have my vision and to really make it what it is and just show up on my wedding day and be like, everything's perfect, because I'm such a control freak. I'm a true Aries to the T, and I'm nervous. I feel like I would give someone else control over my big, or our big our big special day, and that, I think, ultimately is the biggest con of them all. It scares me the most because I'm such a control freak. I love throwing parties. I love having people over, and it would just make me nervous to feel like I don't really know what is actually going on. But other than that, another con I feel would be, of course, the cost. It's definitely going to cost some money to hire someone to help me plan this wedding, to help us plan this wedding. I definitely feel like that's going to be an extra cost, and it kind of contradicts itself when it comes to the discounts, because maybe they could get me a discount, but then also I'm paying them maybe that money that would have been paid already if I didn't use them. I don't know. And I've been looking online, and these wedding planners range from around $1,500 to about $5,000. And that's just online random kind of quotes. I haven't reached out to one specific person for their quotes just yet. So again, super unaware, super kind of biased. I don't really know, but that's just what I'm reading online. The price for a wedding planner is around $1,500 to about $5,000, and that's pretty fat. That's fat. That's fat. Another con that makes me kind of nervous as well is finding the right person. I've looked online, and I've been kind of creeping online with, wedding planners within the San Antonio area, and like some of these, again, photos of just bios, some of these people, I just don't like their vibe. I don't like their aura, just based off of their their pictures or their websites, or what their goals are, what their accomplishments have been. I don't know. There was this one chick that I was just like, I feel like you definitely try to sleep with my man. And that's like super crazy of me, but it's just, I don't know, that vibe. I don't know if I'll be able to find someone, A, I can trust, and B, that I vibe with, that we're on the same kind of vibe. That's what makes me super nervous too, because I'm super weird with like just letting anyone, A, into our home, nonetheless into our wedding. Like, that makes me hella nervous. I feel ultimately those are the biggest cons to me. The biggest and most important, I feel, is kind of like losing control, because I'm such a freaking control freak. Another one, again, is the cost. How much extra is this going to cost me? Is it worth the discounts in the long run? Is it worth, spending an extra maybe let's say on the highest amount, $5,000 for someone, whenever I could have used that somewhere else. You know, that's these are a little bit alarming to me. Again, you know, could I find the right person? Could I trust the right person? Do they see my vision? Do they see how kind of how it will all play out in my head? I think ultimately what I'm honestly most scared of is being kind of detached from the big day. You know, showing up and not really feeling like a sense of like, I picked those flowers, or I can't wait to eat that cake, or like, oh, you should check out the freaking centerpieces because it's gonna be lit. Like, it's just, it's scary, and I think that's the biggest part of where this all kind of stems from. All these cons, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I want to be able to feel that in every little part of it. And I kind of want for everyone that comes to it and to enjoys the wedding to kind of feel that it was Jerome and Sydney. You know, like, I want them to walk in and be like, this is so Jerome and Sydney. Like that. I've also heard of hiring like day of people or month of people as well, which I think would be bomb. But I've also heard that it's included in some venues. Some venues are like, you'll also get a day of person. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about pros and cons about hiring a wedding planner, what y'all's thoughts are. Do y'all think that we should hire a wedding planner? Would that be beneficial? Have you ever hired a wedding planner? Did you love it? Did you feel attached? Did you trust them? Was it worth the money that you spent? I would love to know y'all's thoughts, y'all's ideas, because honestly, even though I feel like we're like a year away, time is flying by. Time is flying by, and I would just love some help. So help me. Because, you know, on Wednesdays, we chat about weddings, and I'm excited. The more that we talk about this, the more excited that I get. So I'm excited. I would love y'all's insight of, should we hire a wedding planner? Should we not? 250 people. Haven't even picked a venue yet, so maybe I gotta do that too, but will the wedding planner help for that? Would love your thoughts. Till the next time. Catch y'all later.